got some more people coming in. All right. Let's see. Hopefully I've let everybody in. I am now recording. Yay. All right, guys. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me in this challenge. I know some of you have done my last one. Oh, here comes some. Oh, Latrice is coming in. And for a lot of you, this is brand new. So I just wanted to get together tonight to share all the details. And I'll open it up at the end for any questions you might have. I know today there was a lot of questions. It's like day one, but we aren't really starting because you guys didn't have all the answers yet. So, all right, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So this is going to be a 21-day challenge. The whole goal behind it is that we are kind of looking towards better habits as we start. Obviously, we're into almost February now, into 2022 already. Oh my gosh. So that's why I kind of chose the pillars for our focus as we go through the 21 days. A lot of times people in these 21-day challenges are expecting really quick, awesome, amazing results. Now, granted, I want to get that for everybody here, but just being realistic in the way that I coach all my one-on-one clients is I'm very balanced and realistic, and I hate quick fixes. So if you know anything about, if you watch a lot of my posts or my information, my content, I don't like to promote anything that's super quick because usually it tends to backfire and our bodies just don't respond well long-term to things like that. So if you learn anything from the challenge, I hope it's that that we're learning better habits, and then we're coming up with ways and some kind of exit strategy out of the challenge. I hope it's with me, and yes, I will be giving an offer to everybody in this challenge to come on and do one-on-one coaching with me. For everybody in the challenge, I am going to offer a free month with the purchase of my 12-week program. So that's something we can discuss at the end of your 3 weeks. Or if you have questions during the challenge and you want to just be like, let's do this, I'll sign you up right away. Again, it's the free month on top of the purchase of a 12-week package. And yes, it's okay if you guys have to leave early. This is being recorded, so I'm just checking, making sure everybody's in here. Okay, so as far as how this is going to work, this is just going to be an overall transformation. So I put it out there, $500 is going to the person that has the best transformation, who makes the greatest changes. And that's overall. So the only things I'm asking for is your weight, before and after weight, and your pictures. The other things that I'm looking at as a coach is, are they asking questions? Are they involved in the learning process of all of this? Are they cheering other people on? So it's kind of like the overall package. So whoever's showing me the most, effort in that kind of way. It's always the hardest thing in the world to pick a winner at the end of these things. Because I can see a lot of people trying, and it's not always about weight loss. So that's kind of how that's going to run. And then to the person that wins the challenge, the $500 can be applied to coaching after that, if you choose, or I'll simply write you a check, and you'll be off and running onto your, with some great results and $500. So win-win. So basically, this is going to be a kind of an accountability program. Obviously, I have a lot of people in the program, and it's just me as the coach. So try to give me some leeway with getting back to you. I try to be very prompt with any messages, but you guys can see in the Trainerize app, there's a chat feature. So there's a chat feature for the group, everybody in this challenge, and then there's a chat feature with just your trainer, me. So feel free, if it's something private, you can send it my way. Otherwise, post in the group. I think a lot of times when you have a question, chances are good if somebody else has the same exact question. So feel free to just pop it in the group, and that way everybody can see my answer to your question as well. So that brings me to talking a little bit more about the Trainerize app. That is the app that I use when I coach my one-on-one clients. So again, it kind of just gives you a little peek and preview into some of the aspects of my coaching program. I dive in a lot deeper with nutrition with my one-on-one coaching. And for this challenge, one of the pillars obviously being nutrition, we want to pay attention to that quite a bit. So in your success guide that I emailed out, the first pillar, that's what we're going to go through now, is nutrition. And just for the purpose of this challenge, we're going to just kind of scale it down a little bit and only focus on a calorie number. Like I said, if you were to stay on as a client, we go a lot deeper and we go into macros, which is basically, if you've never heard of macros, is dividing your calories out into your protein, carbs, and fats. But like I said, we're just trying to focus on those overall calories and making better choices throughout these 3 weeks. So you should have gotten a formula in the welcome packet that has a way to determine your calories that we're going to try to hit each week or each day. Now, I will say, I asked you to send those to me. I will definitely get back to you by tomorrow if I didn't yet already, to just kind of like approve those calories. And I say approve because sometimes those calculators can be very generic, and I have to really pay attention to who's, giving me what as far as their calories, because we could have some error there. And I want to make sure that we're not going too low is my concern. Obviously too high could be a concern as well, but if you're somebody that's eating, slightly under, we want to probably bump you up a little bit, especially if you're going to be working out during this challenge, which I'll talk about. So that's the first thing with calories. So you'll send me a message on your calorie count, and you are going to I'm going to plug it right into the Trainerize app. So when you log into your app each day of the challenge, you're going to look at your main dashboard and you're going to have targets to hit. The first one being calories. So if you decide this is one of your pillars, you really need to tackle this. We're going to talk about and discuss and agree upon your calorie count, and then that's going to appear on your dashboard each day. It's just a little bubble that you're going to fill in if you hit it that day. I can do the same with water and with steps as well. So we can figure that out. I can plug those in and you can hit the little bubble. It's just the accountability. There's something about hitting that bubble at the end of the day that's like, yes. And it just becomes a habit that you want to keep continuing to do. So next pillar, we're going to talk about exercise a little bit and working out. I do have workouts that are pre-programmed, already built in. Some of you I saw did them already today. Nice job. They are not mandatory. So if you have a workout program that you already love and enjoy, I'm not going to tell you to quit that. Just go ahead and keep doing it. You just won't be able to, I think you can still track it in the Trainerize app. What you would do is on your main dashboard, there's a little blue plus sign at the bottom. You hit that and then it comes up with activity, and you click activity, and then whatever type of workout you did, you just put that in there and it just records it. Again, it's just that little satisfaction of being able to say, I completed my workout today. The workouts I have put in there are 3 days a week of strength training, and then 2 days a week of mobility, which is more, I don't want to say stretching, but it's more dynamic stretching, kind of getting yourself recovered from the previous day of strength training. So it's a nice balance, especially during this 21 days. We're not looking to do anything super intense when we're focusing on a lot of different other things, such as, my internet is unstable. Hopefully I don't cut out. So yeah, just trying to do really basic exercises, and consistency is what we're trying to go for. So as long as you're doing them and we're getting them in, that's what we're going for. Trying to think if I had anything else on exercise. I think that was it. And then we've got some more pillars here to choose from. So water obviously is important in any health and fitness journey. We want to make sure we're staying hydrated. So that's one of the pillars I chose. If you're somebody that's been really struggling to hit water marks, that could be a nice good pillar for you to try to commit to. And your pillars can change. I forgot to go through that part. So we're picking 3 to go stick to each week, but maybe week 2, you're pretty good on your water and you think you can just kind of keep that going. And we're going to kind of move on to now focus on another pillar, maybe self-care this week. If you think you want to try to focus on some different areas that maybe you're struggling with. And then we've got the first one, steps. So I always get this question, why are steps really that important? This is actually super important because as general society, we've gotten super sedentary. A lot of us work from home now. We sit, and myself included, a fitness coach, kind of turned everything into this online model of coaching where now we're at a computer all the time. So you're going to have to find ways to just move your body a little bit more. And this goes outside of your workouts. So your workouts are one thing. That's a totally different energy system that we're tapping into when we do our exercise. This is something else called non-exercise activity. So you are burning calories all day long just by moving, fidgeting. Eating is actually something that is kind of counted in this because you're digesting and burning calories at the same time. So steps, you're going to commit to, I think I put 5,000 to 7,000 steps per day. That could change for you. These are just general guidelines. Maybe you already hit that, no problem right now. If you want to go for 10, great. So again, this is very individualized. I just put some general guidelines out there that you can strive for. But steps literally includes whether you go outside for a walk or you have, oh, let me let somebody in real quick. If you have a tracker, a watch or something, even your phone, if you just carry it with you, usually they have a step tracker in them and it'll tell you how many steps you're taking per day. I think it's a great tool and it's something that, again, I'm a numbers person. I like to see that I'm at least matching my 10K a day. Sometimes I'm going a little above that. And so this can include, like I said, just walking around your house, doing laundry, doing the dishes. Right now, I'm moving my watch. I'm talking with my hands. That counts. I'm getting some steps in right now. So all of these things count towards your steps. And finally, we've got self-care. This is going to be anything that's related to taking care of yourself. And this also goes outside of exercise. So I know I hear it all the time. The gym is my therapy. It is my way of self-care. Yes and no. The gym and working out is another stress on your body. I think people forget that part and they tend to abuse it a little bit. So they're doing all this high intensity working out, thinking it's like, and it is, it's good. I'm not saying exercise is bad. I am a trainer, but there is that balance that you need, that other piece. You need to slow things down. You need to focus on things that are more mindful, slowing down, and maybe it's like a yoga session, just straight up stretching. Maybe you just take a walk and like meditate, read a book, something that's a little bit more calming on the nervous system rather than a workout. So I hope that makes sense. And I actually have a good friend, Christy, who's on the call here. She's going to help me out with that focus for week 3. We're going to pay attention to a lot with our self-care that week. So we'll have more coming on that as we go. So that's kind of the pillars to choose from. And those are very basic ones. If you have something else that you're working on too, you can put that as your pillar. This is like anything goes. And then what we're going to do is after I get off the call tonight with you guys, I'm going to ask you to please post your pillars on the page for us to see. I think it's a powerful thing when you put it out into the universe as to what you're going to actually commit to. It changes the whole focus. You know, you're like, it's one thing to say it to yourself. You start to put it out there to a group and, you know, you can make it happen. So that's going to be the one part. I'm going to do a drawing this week. I like to do these drawings during the challenges because it keeps people engaged and it's fun. So the drawing this week is going to be number 1. We have to do 2 parts to this. Number 1, you're going to post your pillars. And number 2, on Sunday, I want you to tell me that you hit your pillars. So those 2 things, and I'm going to enter you into a drawing for a fun prize. I don't know what the prize is yet, but it'll be awesome. So that's the pillars. And I'm trying to think if I forgot anything with that. Week 2, I will have a similar drawing. It might not be the pillars again. It might be something completely different. As you can see, I tend to wing things on these challenges. It's more fun that way. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up to questions. I don't think I forgot anything, but feel free to either unmute yourself and ask, or I'll try to get through the chat thing if anybody asked any questions. Was that emailed? I don't recall receiving it. So I emailed out a success guide and a pillars calendar. If you didn't get it, I can resend it to you. post the pillars on the Facebook group. Yes, the Facebook group. Thank you. So we're going to be kind of toggling between the Trainerize app and the Facebook group, but a lot of the like the live trainings that I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm actually going to go live. I don't know what time yet, but I'll announce it on how to track your food the best. So tips for tracking your food. Oh, and I skipped over that part. So it was in the success guide that you're going to want an app that helps you track your food. So MyFitnessPal is the most common one. It's free. And you can plug in the calories that we come up with right in MyFitnessPal to make sure that we're on point with your calories. So tomorrow I'll do a live training on how to track food accurately. There's a lot of mistakes you can make with tracking food. So I'll just try to pinpoint some for you there. When you pick your pillars, do you have the same pillars every day, or, you know what, that's up to you. I think if you want, I would probably go weekly with your pillars. So pick 3 and stick to those 3 each week just for consistency purposes. And then maybe the second week you can still have 2 of the same, but maybe you're going to switch it over to self-care as a new one, or I would do it that way. For some reason, I did not receive packet. Okay, I'll send that. If you didn't receive is that Lori? I think it is. She was the one that said iPhone. Okay, let me write this down.
So I was just going to check maybe my spam. I don't know.
It could be. Could be. I'll double check. And then Renee needs it.
I feel so bad that you have to resend everybody.
No, that's totally.
But I'll check my spam.
Sometimes it does go to spam. I don't know why.
Okay.
Angela needs. Pillars are not on the app. The only one that really is the calories. And I can add in like step goal and water goal. But that's pretty much it, I think, for what we can do in the app. Otherwise, it's just like I sent out the calendar. You can do like an X for each day that you hit all 3, or a circle if you missed a day. That's how I would do it. Good old pen and paper. Please resend to Jean. What's going on with my email here? Why is it not working? Christy, I love how you can sync apps we may. Yeah, so the Trainerize does have a lot of apps that it syncs to. So MyFitnessPal can sync right to Trainerize, and Apple Watch can too as well. So if you have an Apple Watch, it'll sync all the steps you're taking right over into Trainerize for me to see.
Meg, even for Apple Health and Fitbit, even if you don't, like, I don't have an Apple Watch, but I have Apple Health. So I use a couple apps that will link to Apple Health, and then Apple Health will link to to Trainerize.
Oh, sweet.
So like, yeah, so it's really nice if you have Apple Health activated. Anybody who has an Apple phone or whatever, it really does make it really smooth.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so we're just focusing on our calories. Yep, just calories for this challenge. Usually for the challenges, just because it's sheer numbers, and I have a full plate. Otherwise, I would try to do full macros for everybody, but that's something that you get as a client. FitnessPal. FitnessPal is free. There is a premium version if you wanted to upgrade, but you don't have to, especially for just calories. You don't have to. If anyone wants comic relief for self-care, I can make a video of my push-ups. Thanks, Jeff. Amazing.
Megan, I have a question about the exercising. I know you said we could do our own thing that we've been doing. Are you recommending that we really do what you put into the Trainerize app, or that's
I think that's per person. If what you've been doing, like I said, if you really enjoy it and you're on a good kick with it, I wouldn't try to like interrupt that. But if you're coming in and you're like spotty with your workouts and you're like not really following anything, you're just kind of being like inconsistent, then I would say jump on to mine. Just because again, they're there, they're already on your calendar. You can just plug them right in. And if you haven't used one of them yet, you literally just can hit start and it shows you like exactly the exercise, gives you a little video demonstration. If you need modifications, just let me know, because I know not everybody, most of the workouts all the workouts I designed are for at home. Just a pair of dumbbells is pretty much all you need. But if there's a modification that you need, like Jess with her push-ups, she might want to do something different for a little bit. Or if you have an injury or something, you can let me know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm playing around with the app right now, so maybe I just need more time to figure it out. Like, can I enter my meals directly into here? That's what I'm.
So what you're going to do is you're going to enter all your meals into MyFitnessPal, but MyFitnessPal can sync to Trainerize.
Got it. I just synced it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I may just, because I'm already working out at my, like 3 days a week at least. So do we have to work out 5 days a week with this?
Nope. You can keep going with that 3, or if you wanted to do on your off days, you could do my mobility session.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. So this should all sync up with my FitnessPal, which I already have.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. One more question. So I walk for work every day, average about 23,000 steps. Is that something I want to sync to fitness apps? Or yeah, so you totally can still track it, Angela, because you do walk so much. We'll still want to keep an eye on that because you probably need to eat more. Wink, wink. But yeah, we kind of talked a little bit already. But yeah, you can still sync up, and that way just keeping track of everything.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anybody else?
I have a question about the workouts.
Yeah.
So when I go into the app, it keeps telling me things to do today. And one of them is like the 21-day reset workout. Now, but when I go in there, it's like a man and it's like forward leg swings. Like, is that what we're supposed to be doing, or am I missing it?
Yes. Yes. So the strength training workouts are the trainerized dude, I call him.
Okay.
He's in there for demonstrations, and then you just follow through. But the first couple exercises are all warm-up exercises, and then it gets into the actual strength training after the 3 warm-up.
Okay.
Mobility sessions, there's actually like a plug and play one that has some of my older videos from the gym. So you can just watch those and follow along.
Okay. But even though it's saying like things to do for today, if we do other workouts, we don't necessarily have to do that for this challenge. We can do whatever we want to do. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. Along our training sessions. The workouts I programmed are about 30 minutes. I would say both the mobility ones might be even a little shorter than that. So the idea with the mobility, just to give you guys an idea, strength training 3 days a week, it's total body. So you're doing every single muscle group in each workout, which means you shouldn't do it 2 days in a row. So that's why mobility is in on the following day. And I look at mobility like this. I'm getting older and my joints need to stay healthy. So I look at it as practice, or kind of like keeping my joints healthy for my upcoming workout or the previous workout as I am recovering for that. So I used to kind of look over mobility and be like, nah, I don't need that. But now I'm like, yes, I do need that. Yeah, I'll be available for any more questions. I'll stay on the line here for a little bit longer, but other than that, I think we covered mostly everything. Oh, before and after pictures, I didn't talk about that. Everybody's favorite. Everybody loves that part. So what we're looking for is a front, a side, and a back picture. If you don't have someone to help you take those, just try to do the best you can with your selfies. And then there's a spot that they can go right into Trainerize. So if you hit the blue plus sign, it's then hit photos, then they can get uploaded right in there. We're looking for those to be put in either today or tomorrow. And then again, at the very end of the challenge. So I'm just going to do a side-by-side of your pictures at the beginning, at the end of this. On the app, it says track body stats. Yep. So I believe track body stats, will just make you enter your weight in. You don't have to do measurements for this challenge. You can certainly do that, especially if you're going to stay on as a client. Any data that you want to add to Trainerize, the more the better. I love, telling my clients, anything you can give me, give it to me, because I use that as we program. So have to sign off.
Megan.
All right, Jess.
Megan.
Yes, Erin.
So for this calorie calculator, I get current weight, but what is calories per pound? It says, and then it equals daily calories needed or caloric needed.
I'm just getting it out here. Calories per pound. So that's you're going to look at the chart above there. And so if you're trying to lose weight, you're looking at that top row. And then you're looking at how active you are, sedentary, moderate, or high. That's the number you're going to multiply your weight by.
Oh, got it.
sense?
I was reading it and I just was not getting it. Now I do. Okay, thank you.
You're
I was
welcome.
like, what is this? Okay.
Yeah, like I
So-
said, I'm going to have more time tomorrow to just confirm everybody's calories. Again, I'm a little cautious when it comes to calories. I just ask my friends. I make them eat a lot.
Yeah. Megan, I just wanted to I'll get all of this out to you. Like, I'm gonna check my email and then I just made a to-do list. But
Yeah.
you want everything by tomorrow, right? Like, I feel like I have to play with this Trainerize app in order to really because I've done it once before, but I haven't looked at it in a while. So
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know that you're always I can always reach out to you.
Yep.
And if
yep.
we ever have a question, go right on the Facebook page and
you can either post your question on the Facebook page. So the Facebook page, I'll be honest, has like 500 people on it. So if you'd rather just post it into the group on Trainerize,
the group,
just
got it.
challenge people. Or you can just send it to me privately too.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah,
Megan,
Jill,
what is
we can do this. What's that, Erin?
I'm sorry. For the steps, is there if you do 6,000 a day, I mean, obviously more is better, but is there hey, you should try and reach this number?
I put 5,000 to 7,000 as kind of like a beginning place. But what you might want to do if you're not quite sure, just go tomorrow and see where you land. And if you're a sedentary person and it's 2,000, 5,000 is going to seem like a big climb. So that's what I do with my clients. I tell them, just see where you're at and then make it realistic. So I wouldn't recommend somebody that's at 2,000 to go up to 10 or even 5 really. So something that you're going to nail, and then you can always, this is 21 days, but this is designed so after the challenge, we want to keep it going. So eventually, let's get you to 10. I would say 10,000 is usually the place where people strive to get or above.
Okay.
Trying to get a picture. Okay, Renee, it sounds good. Can you track steps without an Apple Watch? I only have a phone, but it's not always on me. Yeah, there's other trackers like Fitbit, things that you can wear, or just like a pedometer type thing. But most phones, if you have it on, that's the only thing you have to have it on you when you walk and do things. So.
Is there a menu, hey, you should, anything like that we could gauge to try and
so
eat healthier?
You know what I'm going to do? I'll post a website because I don't typically do meal plans simply because I want this to be a learning experience where you choose your own foods. And it says it in the success guide is that I truly believe in an 80-20 model where most of your foods should be coming more whole foods, healthier options, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, things like that. But let's not totally discount some of the treats that you have, because that's what's gonna, keep you sane, number one. And you can fit them into your calories. So like I said, I teach that way with all my clients now too, is something that's sustainable. And so that's kind of my stance on that. But I do have a website that I recommend, and I'll send it out in the group, that just helps with ideas, because I know people get stuck and they are like trying to figure out, how can I eat healthy and get this many calories? And so that's kind of, my take on that, and I'll send out that website for you.
Yeah,
Just
my
remind me.
worst question ever is what's for dinner, because it's just, good Lord, I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, planning ahead of time is huge if you can, especially if you have a family to feed and things like that. But yeah, I totally understand. And I tell this to my clients too, is another kind of good way to make sure you're going to stay on track is to put your food into My Fitness Pal for the day coming up. So for tomorrow, you can put it in there and see. That way you're less likely to go off of that plan, and you're just going to eat what you put in. So I didn't get to read through everything yet. Planning on getting out tomorrow. Does today count in the challenge? I did have today as kind of a starting point for the challenge, but truthfully, I'm probably not going to pick the winner until the week of whatever, February 21st or whatever. So I'll still keep that weekend going and into Monday of that week. So technically, I guess tomorrow is day one.
So I've been playing with the app and I'm struggling to connect to my Apple Watch.
Okay.
It's saying the Apple Watch app should be automatically installed with this mobile app. If you don't see it, open your watch app on your iPhone and install it manually.
Okay. Shoot me a message. I'll see if I can try to find out what's going on with that one.
Okay. Maybe it's connected and I'm just being illiterate right now.
And sometimes it's slow. I notice sometimes it syncs and then the next day I see it and they're like, oh, it did sync. So sometimes it just has a little lapse in time, I guess.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, Kara had the same problem with hers too. So it's not just you.
Yeah, I've been trying and I went on and I just went to Apple Health and none of it's connecting. And I'm sure it's me. It's probably a user error, but yeah, I'm having the same problem.
Okay.
So if you have a tip, I would love to. I'm still playing with it.
Yeah,
I am as
know.
well, to be honest with you. Sorry. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So it sounds like it's just, maybe I will look into that. Kelly says, how do you post in the Trainerize app to the whole group? All right, so when you are in Trainerize, there's a group that's called 21 Day Challenge. And if you click on it, I posted in there today. I'm not sure if you saw, I did at everyone and then wrote my message. That means everyone's going to see it. But even if you reply in that thread, everyone can still see it. That makes sense.
I got into that earlier, but now I can't find the group.
Oh. Let me see here. Just looking at mine. Mine looks different because I'm the trainer. I think it's on your main dashboard. I don't know. Mine looks like that. I don't know if you can even see at the top. I've got groups right up at the top there. If I click on it, it shows the thread from today. Oh, yep. So now I see Kelly wrote in there and Erin said, hi, Kelly.
Mine doesn't come up like that, should it?
I just have my chat with you.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
But I was looking at the chat with the group earlier. So I'm baffled why I can't find it now.
I will see if I can, I'll toggle back over to my account where I'm a client and I'll do a screenshot and post it. So you guys know how to do the group chat. Let me just make a note for myself. Group
This
chat.
might be kind of lame. I don't know.
Anything else? You're welcome. Looking forward to getting things started. Yeah, just bear with me on the technology and everything. We'll get there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I'll be posting, again, reminders for the drawing for the week with your pillars. And so just keep your eyes peeled here on the Trainerize app and on the Facebook page. Those are the two main places where I'm going to be kind of, but I tend to like, you know, put all my communication in both places so nobody misses anything. You're welcome, guys. I appreciate you jumping on. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yay, excited. I'll stay on a little bit late in case anyone has any questions. Otherwise, you're free. And I will have more info on the pages.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Have a good night. And I'm going to post the recording of this in case anyone jumps on late. No problem, Diane. I'll post it. Bye. Have a good night. Tell Paige I said hi. Hello, little one.
Ahora.
Hello.
Hello. That's funny.
Yeah.
We just filled gloves with water and now they're outside.
Yeah, that was not that funny.
Awesome. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.